I'm interested by how political shifts and movements and speculation affect so much. There's so much that is interconnected that you can't write a piece on why Tesla's stocks went up or down without linking it to
Mhm.
some political and socio-political events and things that are happening in the world currently.
Hey everyone, I'm Madison Bacalai. Welcome to our interview series Behind the Byline, where we get a glimpse behind the curtain at the fantastic writers who contribute to our team. Join me today is Sean Kelland. All right, so what got you into the world of content marketing?
I would easily say my wife. She was working on the platform, and I was a teacher, enjoying my 7:30 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon job. But I always enjoyed writing, and writing was something I really, really enjoy. And I saw her enjoying it, and I started looking at what she was doing. I started understanding it, and thought, yeah, I'm going to get involved in it. And obviously, using her connections, she knew people in the ClearVoice platform. I was able to get involved there, and it's something I've loved ever since. Yeah,
And we love working with her
yeah,
as well. You're a great team
yeah,
to have
yeah.
on Clear.
Thank you. She's
Nice.
wonderful.
Well, what tools and techniques do you use to conduct research and gather insights about the topic you're writing about?
It always is brief dependent, client dependent, what is required. But the first protocol for me is to go to the client's actual website, is to have a look at what are they about, what information do they share on their website or socials, where, what are they saying, what is their brand voice, what is their tone. It really is looking into what they provide first and foremost, and then it's good old Dr. Google. Just looking up reputed
Yeah.
websites where I can find the right kind of information, getting a diverse amount of information as well, rather than just one source or one kind of source. I do spend a lot of time on LinkedIn looking at what people are saying, what people are understanding, where the business is going, what is grabbing people's attention. So getting an understanding of what is being said online at the moment helps just get in the back of my mind, what are we doing? What is the content for? An example is if we're looking at a financial client, someone who's very stocks based or market based, then it's an idea. Then you go download whatever the latest or the most used platforms are, the news broadcasts, the different blogs. I mean, this is quite an exciting job. We get to immerse ourselves in a few different industries at the same time. So it is about just picking which client we're working for, and then trying to find out as much info and get immersed in that for a little while.
Yeah, I love that because I feel like I learned so many new things just from working with all the different clients that ClearVoice has.
Yeah,
You come away
yeah.
feeling like, oh, I never would have learned that if I went in this role.
I know it's
It's nice.
fascinating, isn't it? It's that ability after a long day doing all of this at dinner tables to go, oh, what about this? And I heard about that, and it's
Yeah.
it's 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 enriching. I think it is. It's great.
Yeah, great
Mm.
conversation fodder for sure. Well, is there anything you do to adapt your communication style when working with all the different clients' industries that you're working in?
I think twofold. It's when it's clients facing and when I'm engaging with the client, I'm just me. There's not much adapting required. I just want to make sure that we are all on the same page. There's clear communication, and I can understand what they need to get, what their vision is, what their brand is, so that we can deliver. In terms of industries, different industries and writing style communications, I think that does come from who I am as a writer, who I am as a person, and then just those slight adaptations of what's required for their particular brand voice or their particular tone that comes across in briefs and comes across in understanding their branding as well from looking at their websites and anything they've given us.
Yeah, that's great. I think authenticity is key in working with clients because if you're not authentic, if you're not yourself, throughout the entire thing, then it's hard to work with people sometimes.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
that's
don't put
great.
on any faces. I'm not fake. I'm me. Sometimes I ramble. Sometimes I'm just me.
I love that. Okay, next question. Is there a specific industry that you're passionate about writing for?
My teaching background, my education background, I was a geography teacher, a high school geography teacher, And I would get incredibly passionate about anything sustainability based. So when we're looking at clean energy, when we're looking at anything that is looking at from agriculture to clean cities, I get very excited about that kind of thing. So as soon as it's in that direction, sustainability, clean energy, moving away from fossil fuels, moving away from all all that stuff from the industrialized days, I get very excited about writing about that. Um, the other thing that I really do enjoy about writing about, and I don't do it enough at the moment, is the automotive world, is cars. More cars and cars and cars and
Mm.
cars. I have had way too many cars in my lifetime, and it's something I'm passionate about. I love writing about. I love watching YouTube channels about. So definitely something I enjoy writing about.
Ah, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
Okay, next question for you.
Hmm.
How do you balance your personal and professional life?
I like that question because it's the reason I got into the freelance world in the first place. For me, life balance is so incredibly important. I wish I could turn the camera around now and just show you the mountains I'm busy looking at. We in Hout Bay are literally surrounded by mountains with a little bay to the side there and the beautiful ocean. And I told you my wife got me into it. So there was one or two occasions where I've just finished teaching a class from 7:30 in the morning, and I get this little WhatsApp, and it's a little selfie from her on the beach with her coffee. I was like, I need some of this. And for me, I feed my soul by being around the mountains and around the ocean. Most mornings, I'm at the beach, and we have a little corner. If anyone knows Hout Bay near Cape Town, there's a little coffee shop called the Sentinel Cafe, and all the locals gather there. Some people go swim. I swim occasionally in the ice cold water, and we all just say hello and hang out. And for me, that's the way I like to start my day. And I'm able to really just get a beautiful sense of work life balance there. When I get home, open my laptop, I'm ready to start. And I think since the pandemic days, I think a lot has shifted in the world about that as well. We tend to really
Mm,
value that work life balance, and so much so that the work life balance phrase has become a bit of a cliche. You kind of overhear it that it's lost its
right.
impact. But it is so important to be able to just enjoy what we are doing, whether it's working or whether it's walking in the garden or playing on the beach or whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, your mornings sound so magical. I think I need to move there immediately and have
Please do. It's
that
wonderful.
kind
It's
of daily
wonderful.
routine. Yeah. Next question. You told us that you write for geopolitically related news and industries. Considering the amount of research that goes into content marketing, does writing for these industries feel like journalism, or is there a difference that you can pinpoint that separates journalism from content marketing?
It's an interesting question. I think even the concept of journalism has shifted and changed with the advent of social media and everyone being the journalists. So the
Mm,
idea of looking at social change, looking at political agendas, for example, you guys in the States have just gone through a very interesting patch of time where you have the elections and everything. And I've been so fascinated to see how the different potential outcomes before it all happened affect the global markets, affect different countries. Thinking there's such an interesting perspective here that can be delved into. So from a journalistic point of view, you're reporting on the story, but then you're also grabbing the facts that are needed for the client, the facts of what are the markets doing, or just a simple thing of what is the latest launch of this vehicle. Okay, well, it's an EV. It's linked to is it a Chinese import? What is Trump doing on the tariffs with Chinese imports? And suddenly there's a whole story that happens there rather than just Tesla or rather than just
yeah.
BYD. And that's where I get
Yeah.
fascinated. I'm interested by how political shifts and movements and speculation affect so much. There's so much that is interconnected that you can't write a piece on why Tesla's stocks went up or down without linking it to
Mhm.
some political and socio-political events and things that are happening in the world currently. So I think, yeah, it's
Yeah.
fascinating
Yeah,
stuff.
that
Yeah.
definitely makes sense. I'm curious, what are your future goals or aspirations as a content writer and strategist?
I'm I'm not the most goal-oriented ladder climbing kind of person. I think so many people will want to hear what are your goals? What do you aspire to? What's next? And I'm just enjoying the space I'm in. Obviously, I want to be writing more. I want to have a diverse array of different clients we're working for and writing about. I'm just making sure that I'm learning, I'm being challenged, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I think if there's a goal, that is the goal. I think that there's part of me that would like to be involved in overseeing more of a team at some point as well, because I just love engaging with people and seeing them do well and then delivering the client's vision to writers and being the person in between. But I wouldn't say it's a goal or aspiration. It's just something I enjoy doing. So yeah, I think it kind of doesn't answer and does answer your question all in one jumbled way.
No, it definitely does. It definitely does. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be back with more interviews with these dynamic writers and industry leaders. To learn more about our amazing content specialists, visit clearvoice.com.